Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
Oh no, the trash bag boys are back again.
This is a job for
Heavy Hill, the garbage man, and his trusty steed, Trashicorn.
Hi-ho, Trashicorn! I make trash disappear. I pick up 3 to 5 bags a week. I'll be there Monday if nothing don't happen. If a bag busted, I'll clean it up before I leave. Ding. If I tell you I'll do it, I'll do it. Ding. I won't go after it's snowing. Bang. I won't go after it's bad weather, I'll put it that way. You people might know y'all's job, but you don't know mine. I'm a church-going man. Ding. All I ask you to do is pay on time. If you don't, I'll sick Huzzy on you. Whoa, Huzzy.
Thank you, Heavy Hill.
Sorry, I'll count to 3. Hey, we're back, everybody. Welcome back from that commercial. Yeah, hey, the audience is here. Look at that. A smattering of applause from all. How many we have here?
We have 252.
252?
252 we gained 2 at the intermission.
Wow.
But they're sitting in the aisle, which is a fire hazard.
Wow.
Again. So we'll probably have to get rid of them.
So security is on their way, right?
Security's on their way for that whistler.
Yeah, the
wherever
whistler.
he's at. Right
Everybody
there.
has one. So we're back, everybody. Welcome to Mastication Station. Lee is here to tell you where we are, who our sponsor is, and anything that I forgot.
Inconceivable!
So we're in Fort Wayne, Indiana,
Yeah.
which is our home base. Yeah, I talked with legal, and they wanted us to come back quickly. I don't really know why, but we're here.
Yes.
We have a fabulous audience. Family members, not our families, but family members, friends and friends of the family.
Yes.
Of the family. So, and our sponsor, with a lot of research and digging and begging, is Leroy's Lightly Used Paintbrush and Toothbrush Emporium. Ooh, I like it. So if you want to get a brush that's been used,
Yes.
pre-used,
Yeah.
so we know it works, go to Leroy's Paintbrush and Toothbrush Emporium.
So is there DNA or anything on the toothbrushes? So we
Not
know
as far as we know.
Check, please.
where they've been or anything like
Well,
that?
I can tell you that, when you buy a new toothbrush, the bristles are like this,
Right,
right?
right.
And these are all like that.
Yeah.
Like that. So it's been used. There's a really good chance you get a little tartar.
Yeah.
Brush that off.
Well, that's good. That's actually, they say it's good for you.
Well, it's good if you're making tartar sauce.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not so much. And the paintbrushes are, same with the paintbrushes, little splayed out. You like that?
Yeah.
Splayed. That's my new word for the week. Splayed.
Splayed?
Splayed.
Oh, my.
Look that up. Somebody Google that.
Yeah,
Splayed.
since we have the word splayed tonight, we have Marcus Schwab is here.
Nice.
Splayed. He's a physician's assistant.
That's right.
All in Fort Wayne.
Correct.
Right? So, first of all, why?
Great question. Before we dive too far
Yes,
into it,
yes.
I did have a suggestion for
Yes.
you.
Oh, good.
As you've been talking about sponsors,
Yeah.
and you already have one nation that's kind of upset with you.
Yes.
I wonder if you could, as you're greeting your host, you could say Gluten Tag.
Oh boy.
Can you put that
Just
in
a
the
suggestion.
suggestions?
We're
Yeah,
not supposed
there
to.
you
We're not supposed to say that word.
go. What? Gluten, Todd?
Yeah. Now you said it again.
Well, he's
Every time you say it, it's going to cost us money that we
Cost
don't
you?
have.
okay.
Challenge accepted.
So
Yeah,
you're
I think,
why do you think
it's one of those things. I kind of fell backwards into it.
Oh,
Growing up
that
on a
might have
pig
hurt.
farm, we always had vets come out.
You
and
say pig?
a pig
Okay,
farm.
okay.
Yeah. We always had vets come out. They would kind of check the pigs and take a look at them. And I remember very specifically a day where we were having trouble with some of our pigs getting sick.
Okay.
And the vet coming out and doing an autopsy in the barn.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's
And
not
so
good.
as a 6-year-old, that was like, whoa,
Yeah.
crazy. But I kind of just got a fascination for the human body and science, and just kind of had some friends and family members that were in the field that kind of coached me into that area. And never looked back.
So for people watching, maybe they want to do it. So how much school do you need for that? I don't even know that.
Yeah, there's you got to get all the way from kindergarten all the way out of high school first.
Oh, you need your GED.
You're out. You're out. Sorry.
Yeah. We'll circle back around. We'll find you a way in.
Yeah.
There's 4 years of undergraduate training, which is usually like a bachelor's in health science or a pre-medicine degree. And then depending on the program that you go to, it's roughly about 24 to 27 months after that.
Okay.
So 6 years post high school.
So what are the
Depends if you
main
do in the
what are the
Caribbean or not.
main duties that you? Oops.
Yeah.
Did I say duty? I got it. Okay. There's one. I
There's
said
one.
duties.
Two.
Sorry. I said duty.
Those don't count.
Okay. So what are the main things that you do as
Yeah.
that?
So depending on what specialty that you're in, the duties are going to be totally different. There it is.
Can you say? Wait.
I
can you?
can't,
Okay.
but they're negative for you.
Oh.
So in the ER, my responsibility is taking care of anything that walks in the door. That
Anything?
can be anything, any person, any
Oh, okay. Like a horse.
any
is
complaint.
out.
Horses are out. We'll call that vet backup.
Okay. Yeah.
Anything walks in?
Any complaint that walks in the door, whether it's a rash that's been there for 3 weeks, difficulty breathing, respiratory distress, anything that really walks in the door is within the scope of our practice to care for, which is really, really fun to do.
So
So it's really all encompassing.
the word emergency means to me, I'm bleeding, I'm dying, my arm is my one limb. But you're telling me, do people come in? Well, how much of it is actually an emergency?
Yeah, that's pretty rarely the case, actually.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of Chicago Med and those kinds of shows really help kind of glorify what we're trained to do, but very rarely are we actually doing that kind of work.
No fun stuff.
Yeah, the fun stuff. Exactly.
So what's the main reason, like number one, if you can think of it, that people come into the emergency room?
Yeah, I think it's just quicker access to healthcare.
So
And
they
so depending on what the
miss,
need is.
miss their appointment or something.
Yeah, that happens very often.
Really?
Yeah. I had a lady just the other day, she missed her appointment yesterday. So then-
Yesterday?
Yeah. So
Wow.
then it was a little bit easier to come in and see us to care for it.
Wow.
So that happens quite often. But I mean, through the weekend and stuff, when there's people have earaches or sore throats and have been coughing for a week and a half and need some extra help, a lot of that's what we do. And depending on the location and where we're at, makes a big difference as well.
You sound like you have a question.
I do.
Yes.
So, let's go back to when you're a child, and you're
You want to lay
watching
down here? That's,
you're watching the
sure,
pigs,
go ahead.
and you're seeing a pig have an autopsy, which I'm guessing the pig didn't enjoy, because it was probably
He never told me.
dead. So, had you not seen the pig autopsy, what other profession would you have been swayed into?
that's actually related.
Think very little.
Cooking bacon, I think.
Also, the pig not enjoying that either.
No, I would say not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's
those roads in similarly, I think.
So you would have been a chef?
Yeah, actually, that was one of the things that I actually still enjoy now. But as a kid, I did enjoy cooking quite a bit. Yeah.
Oh.
Good. You should
What,
try
what's
that,
your
Tony.
main dish that you make?
Tony's a terrible
I make a
cook.
pretty mean grilled cheese. My
Oh.
wife calls them a cheese toasty.
Cheese
Grilled
toast.
cheese is
Those
good.
people are weird.
Grilled cheese.
Yeah, it's a grilled cheese.
What do you put? Do you put anything in it besides?
Typically, I start with bread,
That's a good idea.
It's a good start.
and then you put a little butter on it,
Uh huh.
and then I take some cheese,
Okay.
put that right in the middle.
Yeah.
Another piece of bread.
Oh my gosh.
Right on top. It's wild.
You are out of control.
And then sometimes I will use mayo
No.
instead of butter. You know this trick?
No.
You can actually
mayonnaise.
use mayonnaise instead of butter.
No! God, please, no!
It's got
It's
eggs
a real
in it.
thing. It's a real thing.
Get
You can
out.
use Miracle Whip if you want.
Well, wait, but you have the mayonnaise on it, and you're like grilling the mayonnaise?
Instead of the butter. Instead of the butter. But you have to be patient. You can't put it on and then try to flip it too soon. Or
But
it
now,
won't
is the
work.
butter on the inside or the butter on the outside?
There's no butter with the mayo.
What?
Use mayo in place of the butter.
In place of the butter.
In place of the
Outside.
butter. Yep.
That's
Audience, what do you think? Would you use mayonnaise instead of butter?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, I have.
Yes?
It's delicious.
it's a split audience.
Secretly nutritious.
What a secret.
Pay me,
pay me now.
But I can't afford it.
I don't care.
I've got to feed my family. I'll call Denver Crow. I'll call Denver Crow.
Don't you dare.
Make him settle for a payment you can afford as low as $99 a month. That's the power of the new bankruptcy law.
842-HELP.
So speaking of mayonnaise being grilled, what's one of the grossest things that you've seen in the emergency room?
Oh man, we were at a group setting, and one of the things within the group setting, we're all going around in a circle talking about something that's unique about each person. And I really wanted to say this, but I thought my wife would get a little too squeamish. If the body has an orifice, I've pulled something out of it.
Yeah.
So I quite often find myself with my fingers in very precarious positions.
Okay, so which leads me to the next question, the follow-up. What's one of the weirdest things you pulled out of an orifice?
Ooh.
I don't think you should have gone there,
Can
Tony.
well, how much can I say here?
Hey, I can always
Edit
edit.
it right out.
I have pulled a crack pipe out of a rectum before.
Okay.
I have done that.
Okay. Now, what's the resale value on that?
Well, to the original owner, you can get a pretty good price.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
Has anybody been in a lot of just a mess everywhere, like blood everywhere and all that?
Yeah. There's the dialysis patients.
Okay.
Have a special thing called a fistula in their arm, and that's a connection between the vein and the artery, and so that's under a lot of more pressure than the rest of the body, and so those can get cut and injured, and they start to spew like crazy.
Oh, that's
so
when you
that
paint
can
the
get
wall.
You pretty bloody, pretty
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Then pass out.
Like you're doing this job all the time. What's like one of the rewards that you're getting out of it, as far as like feeling better about yourself, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not. At least I'm not that guy.
I've been doing it for almost 8 years, and I'm still looking for the reward, I think. No, I think the most gratifying is when someone comes in with an actual urgent to emergency that we can fix and care for, and they're thankful for it, and you've been able to meet them where they needed the help.
Like rebar through the chest.
Correct. Yeah. Great resale value there.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a patient later and when they were okay, like upright and everything? Have you ever seen them?
I typically try to avoid them in the wild. Yeah.
So Lee has one more question.
Yeah. So if you could be any fish in the ocean. I've asked this before of other guests, and they're all stumped.
You usually only ask fish, though, so you're pretty...
Well, yeah, so it's like a vet thing with a pig. No, not really. You could be any fish in the ocean. What type of fish would you be, and why? You can't say shark, it's already been used.
Clownfish, because I think they just have a lot of fun.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Well, that was a short answer. It's supposed to be like a long, drawn-out answer with a huge explanation. Okay.
And I like the color orange.
It's very spiritual.
Yeah.
Metaphor.
I've only said duties 4 times now.
We got a little bit more to do.
So you're a triathlete.
With a Y, yeah. Correct.
You're being an athlete. I got you.
Trying to be an athlete.
So a triathlete, is that like swim, shoot a gun, and strangle somebody? What is that?
The order was close.
Okay.
No, it's you start with the swim, and then you do a bike, and then you run. So you
all at once.
All at the same time.
Okay.
If you can. Biking in the water is difficult. Once you get to the other side, there's enough of a way.
So how long do you have to train for that?
I trained for about a month, which was not long enough.
No.
Yeah. So I survived and I got through it.
But you finished.
I did finish.
That's wonderful.
And then I did a sprint triathlon, which is a little bit shorter.
Okay.
So not the full marathon.
Not the full marathon, no.
Oh.
No. So it's the swimming portion. The one that I did was 500 meters, and then the bike was 10 miles, and then the run was 3.
Wow.
Yep.
I can't even drive 10 miles.
It's tricky.
You have a question for Lee.
I do.
Yeah.
You do?
I do.
Yeah. No, you don't have to.
Nobody ever asked me.
If you were going to be in a zoo, would you be the zookeeper or the animal?
Ooh. Or would you be the mayonnaise in the sand?
It wasn't your question. I would be an animal. I would be in the aviary. I'd be a bird.
A bird. What kind
A
of
bird. Big bird.
Like from Sesame Street?
No, I would be a bird that would like be able to talk, like a macaw. So when this, the kids come throw a peanut, I could say something abusive to them. Like, aren't you supposed to be in school?
That sounds very therapeutic.
I think so. Are you ready for a challenge?
Sure.
Is it past your curfew? Are you okay?
I'm okay for now.
Okay. So you want to explain?
Yeah, I'm going to set the mood.
Our game? Okay.
So
should we feed this baby first?
What baby? Whoa.
Breakthrough, 5 years of therapy. Finally, and you see the baby.
How long has that been there?
Since day one. Since
What?
show one.
Really?
Show one. Someone, I'm guessing your wife, brought it in and said, make sure Tony is aware of the doll and the high chair. And since then, you've never seen it. So we've had you in therapy to break something happened in your childhood with you involved in whatever that thing is, high chair.
Okay.
So now you've finally seen it. Now we can finally get it off.
Brings up more questions than answers.
Do you need a check for
There's
duty?
a lot more questions than answers. You definitely need more therapy.
Well, now that we have a new friend here, can you tell us the challenge?
Okay, so I'm going to set a scene for you.
Ready?
And then the two of you are going to speak the story about what's going on in the scene, one word at a time.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds
So
good.
the scene, because it is October, and of course everyone's thinking, Halloween.
Sure.
It won't be Halloween.
Okay.
So the scene is you're at Walmart. You've just entered Walmart. The greeter has said, welcome to Walmart, kind of stuff. And you've decided to go to the sporting goods store part of Walmart. Sporting goods store part of Walmart, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So it's the usual crowd, 3 o'clock in the morning Walmart crowd. Scary. Scary.
Now, are we together or are we in the story synonymous?
You're in the store together,
Yeah, we're talking
trying to
to each
figure out
Got
what
it.
to buy in the sporting goods section.
Okay.
So it depends. Think about your hobbies, sports.
And
guns,
how do we
archery.
get points?
You get points by how quickly you can go back and forth and the more syllabic words you can use.
Who's first?
Our guest will go
You
first.
first. Okay.
It's showtime.
Look
Okay.
Out.
for
That
continuous
bird.
in
The
aviary
Ooh, he's way ahead of you now.
of
the
wall.
Mart. Period.
Period. Okay. Who said Mart? I have a very low memory.
I think I said Mart.
Okay.
You got the period in there.
It
Wouldn't
cost
very
much
for
me
to
take
that
gun
rifle
for
you.
and
Then
I
wouldn't
load
it
today.
or
I might lose.
You're already
Or if
I
had
then
spent
all
my
expenses
on
the
gun.
period.
We got it. All right. So, can you come up with a score for that?
There were so many little one-point words between the two of you, but he did get a couple bigger words in there.
He did.
Aviary was
So
that
I'm,
was
I'm
a
afraid
10
I'm afraid you're going to
Double
lose
word
again.
score.
Yeah.
Well, applause for our winner. Marcus Schwab is here. We'll be back after this, everybody. The buffet will be open here in about an hour, so we'll be back. Thank you.
if the body has an orifice, I've pulled something out of it.